Let me ask you something and be really honest with yourself for a moment. Have you ever tried to change something in your life, like your stress levels, your reactions, your habits, your sleep, your confidence, and no matter how much you wanted to change, you kept slipping back into the same old patterns and you thought, ugh, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just get it together? What if I told you there's nothing wrong with you? You're not broken, you're not lazy, you're not undisciplined. You're just running an old subconscious program, a program that was written years ago, sometimes even decades ago, and your conscious mind has been trying to fight it with sheer willpower. And willpower is no match for the subconscious mind, but hypnosis is. And today we're decoding hypnosis, what it actually is, why it works, and how women over 40 can use it to completely change the way they think, feel, and respond to life. So if you've ever wondered, can I really change my mind? The answer is yes. And hypnosis is one of the most powerful ways to do it. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the You Are the Best podcast, where we blend neuroscience, psychology, identity work, and hormonal literacy to help women over 40 reclaim their power, their peace, and their sense of self. And I'm your host, Kathy Farkas, and today we're diving into something I use every single day in my own life and something I've used with clients for more than a decade: hypnosis. Real, grounded, science-supported subconscious transformation. So what is hypnosis? Now, if we go back in time, hypnosis is actually ancient. Egyptians used it in sleep temples. They used it to induce trance for healing rituals. Greeks used it in healing sanctuaries. They used guided suggestions. Indigenous cultures used rhythm, breathing, and imagery to shift consciousness. And these were ancient practices. So then let's fast forward to clinicians like Dr. Milton Erickson, who's the father of modern hypnotherapy, and doctors like Dr. Ernest Hilger, whose Stanford research gave hypnosis scientific credibility. Today, hypnosis is used in hospitals, pain clinics, psychology practices, fertility clinics, in trauma therapy, and it's even used in surgery, in surgical settings. Hypnosis is not mind control. It's not sleep. It's a focused, receptive state where your subconscious becomes open to new patterns. And that's where transformation happens. So let's decode this clearly, because we all love to understand why something works. Hypnosis works by shifting the brain into a state called theta, the same state you enter right before sleep and right after waking. And this is the same state you're in during deep meditation. So in this state, your critical, analytical mind relaxes, your subconscious becomes more open, your nervous system calms, your brain becomes more plastic and more able to change. Stanford research shows that during hypnosis, the part of your brain that manages attention and makes decisions becomes highly focused. The default mode network, like your self-talk, quiets down, and your body-mind awareness becomes more active. This combination makes you more receptive, more emotionally regulated, more able to shift patterns, and more able to create new neural pathways. So what is a neural pathway? A neural pathway is a connected series of brain cells that act like a communication highway, and they transmit messages, allowing you to think, feel, learn, and do. In a state of hypnosis, you can create new pathways effectively so that you're actually rewiring your brain. So if I put this all together in simple terms, hypnosis helps your brain stop fighting itself. It lets you update the subconscious programs that drive things like your reactions, your habits, your emotional patterns, your stress responses, your beliefs about yourself. This is why hypnosis feels so effortless. You're not forcing change, you're just allowing it. So before we go any further, I want to ground this in something really important. Hypnosis isn't just nice. It's not just relaxing. It's not just a mindset tool. There is actual evidence, decades of it, that shows that hypnosis can help women change their behaviour, their habits, their emotional patterns, and even their physical experiences of pain. So let's break this down into 3 areas that show the validity of hypnosis. So the first one is hypnosis for weight loss. One of the most well-known studies published in the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology found that adding hypnosis to weight loss programs more than doubled the amount of weight loss compared to behavioural programs alone. Another study in the International Journal of Clinical and Experimental Hypnosis found that women who used hypnosis for weight management continued losing weight long after the program ended because the subconscious habits had changed. So hypnosis, in that case, helps with emotional eating, stress-driven cravings, reconnecting with hunger cues, breaking the eat, regret, repeat cycle, feeling safer in your body so you don't use food for comfort. For women over 40, this is huge because emotional eating often spikes during perimenopause due to cortisol, sleep disruption, and nervous system sensitivity. Now, the second case for hypnosis is habit changing. A classic study from the American Journal of Clinical Hypnosis found that hypnosis significantly improved the success rate of people trying to quit smoking, not because hypnosis forces you to stop, but because it changes the subconscious identity and emotional triggers behind the habit. Stanford University showed that hypnosis increased activity in the part of the brain responsible for self-awareness and behavioural regulation. This means you become more aware of your choices before you act on autopilot. Hypnosis helps women interrupt automatic loops, build new emotional patterns, and shift identity at the subconscious level, which helps them create habits that match who they're becoming. And then the last case for how effective hypnosis can be is for pain management. This one is one of the most scientifically validated use of hypnosis. Harvard Medical School has published multiple studies showing that hypnosis can reduce pain perception by changing how the brain processes pain signals. A Stanford doctor found that hypnosis reduces activity in the part of the brain that interprets pain, while increasing activity in parts that regulate emotional responses. So hypnosis helps your brain turn the volume of pain down. It's used for childbirth, chronic pain, IBS, migraines, cancer treatment, even in surgical procedures. Hypnosis helps soften the nervous system so pain doesn't feel as sharp, overwhelming, or consuming. Women over 40 are navigating a perfect storm of change. Hormonal shifts, nervous system sensitivity, emotional load, identity transitions, sleep disruption, cognitive overwhelm, and honestly, decades of putting everyone else first. Hypnosis works because it speaks directly to the part of the mind that holds beliefs, emotional patterns, automatic reactions, stress responses, deeply ingrained habits. During perimenopause, the nervous system becomes more reactive. Things like cortisol spikes more easily. Sleep becomes lighter. Your amygdala becomes more sensitive. Everything feels louder. And hypnosis can help because it calms the nervous system. It reduces cortisol. It improves emotional regulation. It can support sleep, rebuild inner safety, creating new subconscious patterns, helping you respond instead of react. For women over 40, this is life-changing because you're not just dealing with stress, you're dealing with a body in transition. Hypnosis gives your nervous system a place to land. I've been a master practitioner in hypnotherapy for more than 12 years. And whenever I work with women in their 40s and 50s, I see this again and again. Women don't need more willpower. They need subconscious safety. Hypnosis helps women with their sleep, with their anxiety. It helps to release emotional weight. It helps to stop snapping at their kids, feel grounded, rebuild confidence, heal old patterns, feel like themselves again. And clients respond saying, I feel calm for the first time in years, or I'm not afraid of my emotions anymore. And it's not because I'm doing something to them. It's because hypnosis helps them access the part of themselves that already knows how to heal. I use hypnosis and meditation every single day. I use hypnosis to regulate my nervous system, stay grounded, make decisions from clarity, support my creativity. I use it to anchor into my future self and future goals. I use it to keep my emotional baseline steady and move through stress better. And I even use it to connect with my spirituality and self on that deep transformational level. Meditation, especially somatic-based meditation, helps me stay in my body, not just in my mind. I started practicing when I realized years ago that all the successful people I follow, read their books and teachings, all meditate and use hypnosis techniques daily. Before then, I knew I should be meditating, but I always made excuses. I suppose it was like exercise, but I found a way to include it in my day so that it was something I actually look forward to now. I do meditation in the morning and a more scripted hypnosis just before bed. And I don't think I could go back now. I've seen such shifts in who I am and a clarity in who I want to become from this practice. And it is a practice. There are days where I don't feel at my clearest and my mind is rushing. And those are the days I need to listen to like a guided hypnosis or meditation to support me. But on the great days, I don't need anything but my own focus. And my own focus just naturally guides me to the things I need to know, to the gratitude I need to feel, or the things that I need to pay attention to that I've been avoiding. These practices aren't extras. They're a part of my mental and emotional and hormonal hygiene. So, perimenopause, right? What a ride. The mood swings, the sleep disruption, the anxiety spikes, the wired but tired feeling, your identity being unraveled. Hypnosis and meditation daily helps me stay anchored so my mind and my body feel predictable. It helps me sleep when my mind's racing, reduce emotional reactivity, stay connected to myself, move through fear, and help me understand what's really going on in my subconscious mind and rebuild trust in my body. I've had some truly transformative experiences in states of meditation. So in perimenopause, I've been getting these waves of anxiety. And it's really strange because it comes from nowhere. And I've been trying to analyze it and understand it, essentially trying to logic my way out of it. Only a few weeks ago when I was doing my morning meditation, I had this idea to face it and sit with it. I visualized anxiety as me, sitting across from me, and I asked her, what's wrong? And I sat with her like she was my friend, and I asked her what I needed to know. I asked her, what did I need to learn? And the answer was so simple. She said she is not something to fix. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. That she wants me to learn to sit with her, not try to ignore her, and try to do deep breathing so I move away from her, not to pretend I'm fine and think of something I'm grateful for to switch my brain from stress to safety, which is what I was doing and it wasn't working well. And this is the big one, not try and numb her by grabbing something sweet to eat, which is actually a habit I've been trying to break ever since I can remember. So I've been doing just that since. As soon as I have felt that wave of anxiety come, I stop, I sit with it in real time. And it's made such a difference caring for her and not trying to avoid her. Almost like I was annoyed or frustrated by her or even embarrassed to be anxious. The funny thing is I know this, right? I work with women and manage anxiety using visualization and meditation and hypnotherapy techniques. I use it with others all the time, but funnily, I forgot how I can use it to help me. Now, hypnosis won't fix anxiety or perimenopause, but it is a powerful tool that makes me feel empowered, not overwhelmed. and it can help you feel like you're not being hijacked by your own mind and biology. So if you're a woman over 40 and if you've been navigating hormonal shifts, if you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or disconnected from yourself, hypnosis isn't just a tool. It's a way to soften your inner world so your outer world becomes easier to navigate. It's a way to regulate your nervous system, rebuild your identity, and reconnect with your power. I have a series of free hypnotherapy audios available in the Hormone Harmony Hypnosis series that you can use whenever you need. And you can use these tools to help you design your own practice that works for you, for your schedule, for your needs. Just click the link in the notes or in my bio to access the Hormone Harmony Hypnosis series. You are not broken. You are becoming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And remember, you are the best. And it's time you felt that way again.